I have, oh my gosh, I went to the grocery store for the first time today. It's called Rima 1000. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or what that translates into, but I just kind of wanted to show you the goods that I got. We went, the academic, or another instructor, Dr. Lori Hires, and another, more of the staff, Marie Bo. She is the student activities coordinator, and we went downtown. We went to a few different stores and kind of went shopping downtown and kind of explored a little bit more of Moss, Norway. And not only did one store that I recognized that I didn't have to translate, got a really nice, purchased a really nice dress, something that was very nice fitting as well. Something that was, just a basic, I guess, what we call a maxi dress. Really cool. And the original price in kroner is 149. It was down to 75 kroner, and I've discovered that with the current exchange rate, if I double the price and then move the decimal over, that's pretty much what it is in American money. So 75, 150, move the kroner over, $15. Not bad price at all. It was really a nice fitting dress, and H&M in Moss, Norway is definitely different from the H&M I remember in the cities at the Mall of America. It's a little bit smaller. This one has a lot more accessories. The design is a little bit different in the layout. As for the sales clothing for men and women and where the shoes are, they also have a lot of makeup, which I was really happy to try out. I pretty much wiped it all off of my hand, but I got to try out a lot of different kinds of makeup and stuff. And it was really cool. But then we went grocery shopping, or I had to go grocery shopping. So pretty much what that entails is it was quite the experience. I knew that the Norwegian grocery stores charge for bags, for the most part. It's not quite as strict as what I thought it was, so I brought my book bag just in case, thinking whatever I can't fit in the book bag, I don't need to buy. So I actually bought a loaf of bread, which I don't have with me, considering it's in somebody else's bag because I didn't want to buy one, and so I need to get the loaf of bread. But they have stuff. It's a regular loaf that's topped with different seeds and stuff. It's really nice whole wheat type bread. But then they have pre-sliced stuff, and I thought if I was going to, until I got my first paycheck and got excess, if I am going to get any excess financial aid, to be as basic as possible. So I got pretty much the basics for sandwiches to bring to work, something you can make, put in bags or whatever, and then bring to work, and just keep the budget under control in that regard. So I went to the grocery store and got grapes that were large and delicious tasting, and they're phenomenal, but they were a little bit more expensive than what I wanted to spend. But in order to get fresh fruits, and really good fresh fruit, you need to spend a little bit more, which is just fine. It's kind of in Grand Forks. You can go to Walmart and Sam's Club and get mediocre fruit, kind of, it's not exactly the best. Or you can go to something like Hugo's or Super One Foods and get really decent produce. So that's pretty much to the extent of it. They don't have anything like Walmart or Sam's Club here, so it's pretty much at the mercy of whatever you find at grocery stores. And so I asked, there's kiwi, or it's pronounced kiwi, but it's Kiwi, and that's one grocery store. And then there's Rima 1000. I said, which one is more expensive, which one's cheaper, trying to keep down the cost, and they're pretty much the same price, from what I've been hearing from everybody. But the labels and everything else is a little bit different, and let me just show you. One, the sandwich meat is it's packaged differently. Buying in bulk it must be something that Americans do. I didn't really see anything that was in bulk or larger packages like this. And this is, I probably am not even pronouncing this right, but it's pepper skinke? Again, pronouncing that really, really bad. And that's pretty much peppered ham. And then there's these round packages, really meant for pretty much slicing up a French baguette and putting this on it because it's already round and sliced like that. And this is again cooked skinke. I'm not pronouncing that right again, but it's cooked ham is what it translates into. This is the package that ACN that they so generously purchased groceries for me first. This is the package that it normally came in, and I was thinking, oh well, that's just a small package, and no, it's really the average size package. There's maybe 12 slices in this, so very basic. And then there's, I was standing there looking at the different slices of meat and different slices of different produce and such, and cheese. And pretty much when I came on and saw the meat, refrigerated meat section, I was really trying as hard as I could to figure it out on my own without having to get like a translator or whatnot on my iPod Touch, trying to figure out what that meant. And I really wanted to try and figure it out on my own. So just from the looks and whatnot, of course, bologna's the cheapest, which I refuse to buy just because I can eat anything, doesn't mean I will eat anything. I still have some standards here, people. And then I looked around and I saw weird tubes and boxes, and the word that looked like mayonnaise, but I wasn't quite sure. So then I looked around and I picked up cheese. And this is not the regular, what I'm thinking is regular cheese. It kind of has a Swiss appearance. It's, I've never had it before. I've never even seen it at the Husfest. I have no idea what it is. And before, I've always just seen Jarlsberg, which is a phenomenal cheese. I have a thing for cheese. I have a thing for just non-American dairy products that I just love to try. So I'm going to try this right now. I have no idea. I've translated the label to be, it says, the gentle, good Norwegian flavor sliced cheese. Kind of looks like Swiss. Gentle flavor. They got that right. Definitely has the taste of Jarlsberg. Not as strong as Jarlsberg. It may just be another brand or whatnot, but yeah. I've yet to find a dairy product that I really don't like. So yeah, that's going to be good for sandwiches. I'm excited. That's really good. I like it. So after turning around the corner and the heavens open up and I hear angels singing and harps and beautiful music, it was the dairy cheese section. It's this whole refrigerated section. It's wonderful. So then after I picked out my cheese, I only limited myself to one. I'm here for a while, trying to not be so gluttonous. And not only that, but things are definitely more expensive in Norway. This package, for an example, is about $4 American. I could probably spend $5 and get a pound of sliced meat at Walmart. So it's definitely more expensive. But of course, you've probably been hearing, and you're probably going to hear this a lot from me. Oh my gosh, things in Norway are so expensive. But I've yet to try the sliced meat or the sliced sandwich meat, but I'll definitely try it and let you know how it is. I don't have a lot of time to explain and eat everything in front of you. And if it's really good, what am I going to do? Say, oh, it sucks to be in the U.S. and you don't have this? Pretty much cooked ham and peppered ham is the same all around. If it's different, I'll let you know. So after that, I went around and trying to hurry up because I knew that people were waiting for me as I was shopping for groceries. And I don't have a basket or a little buggy with me. I'm just trying to pile the basics in my hands. And so I have grapes, a head of iceberg lettuce, and I picked up paprika chips, which I'm really excited to try. So then I went around and was thinking, mayo comes in a canister, plastic container. Really shouldn't. I should try and look next to the salad dressings and whatnot. I was looking around, I couldn't find anything. And so finally, the person I was with after Lori Hires said, well, we'll just go ask somebody finally. We'll figure this out. And so we asked a guy in English where the mayonnaise was or salad dressings and things like that. And he said, oh, come here. Mayo is over here. Mustard is over there. Mustard is not refrigerated, but mayo is, and it comes in a tube like this. This is something that is so, I'm sure, everybody else who's been outside of the United States many times has said, yes, mayonnaise does not always come in a plastic container, and this is a tube. It feels like a toothpaste. I mean, it feels like it's more of like a tinfoil type container, and here it is in a tube. And yeah, so it's light mayo that comes in a toothpaste tube. And many times that when I've been at the Hoos Fest, I've picked up chocolate and cheeses and a few other things, but there's one thing, and I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. It's Lockerall. I was looking for, they have licorice flavor and a few other flavors, mint licorice. They have kind of like the currant or berry type flavor, and these are just basic. Sugar-free mint is essentially what it is. And this one, I have not seen at the Goose Fest. I was looking for lemon. They don't have it, at least at the store at the time. Maybe they do somewhere else. Maybe I need to experience kiwi and see if that's any different. But this flavor is Copacabana fruits. Copacabana fruits. It has a woman on there wearing something that you would see for a very festive carnival type outfit, kind of like a headdress, and feathers and cuffs with fur. These are really good. I have not purchased Copacabana fruits before, nor have I ever seen them before. They're really good. I'm planning on going on a few more grocery trips, or if there's anything else in the food, especially at the cheese section, because I love dairy, I've said before. Anything else like that, I'll definitely pick up, try, and let you guys know what I think of it, whatever I find out. The grocery trip came to about, in kroner, it was about $380. So double it and move it over, you do the math, about $80 in groceries, and that wasn't even a whole lot. That was on the basics of, the mince, the meat and cheese, a loaf of bread. So even though it's actually maybe about $60, $70, by the time you get done with the really finite conversion into American money. So imagine buying one book bag full of groceries, and it costing about, $70. And that's pretty much why I'm trying to be as cheap as possible. And it really befuddles me that people are not buying more things using coupons or trying to figure out a system. There's something called a Harry-Tur, HARRY-TUR, and that's, Harry is kind of like and loosely translated as more of a redneck term. And Harry-Tur is when people in Norway go across to Sweden to buy alcohol, cigarettes, and meat for cheap, because they have less taxes and it definitely costs less. So one of my coworkers, Becky, has offered so graciously to take me and Dr. Laura Hires on a Harry-Tur to Sweden to pick up cheaper groceries. It's kind of like when Canadians come down and they buy tons of materials from Menards, and they have a lot more options in America for wheat thins and chips and pop, a bunch of stuff. And so when Canadians come down, they not only buy basic stuff for clothing, they go to Menards and basic household stuff, but they also buy tons of food and bring it back up. So it's kind of what I think of as a Harry-Tur. I'm not calling Canadians rednecks. I'm not. It's just something that, it's very, very common in other places of the world to go to a neighboring country that has less, that has groceries for less. It really makes sense to do that as well. Most of the time, they really don't stop people across the border coming back and forth, but there is a limit on alcohol and tobacco that you can bring back. I don't know if there's a limit on groceries, whether the amount, weight, or money-wise or whatnot, but when I go through that experience, I will certainly let you all know. As for now, that was pretty much my experience for today, my first Friday kind of day off from Moss, Norway. I'll be giving you more information later. Have a good night. Bye!